AJ Styles, and you're watching BrettO Live.
What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and welcome to the Week in Review WWE Action Figure Setup, episode 180. This is episode 180 of the WWE Week in Review Setup. This is where we go Raw and SmackDown and WWE Action Figure Setup, do a full play-by-play of both shows that happen in the week. I make sure to rate them at the end of each part, so stay tuned. We're going to be ranking them out of 5. Before I even do that, drop your rankings down in the comments down below, and without further ado, let's jump into Monday Night Raw. Starting over here, we opened up the show with a pretty decent promo over here. We had Damage Control interrupt Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka. They were talking about how Bianca Belair is going to successfully defend her title against Bayley at Extreme Rules. Of course, they get interrupted by Damage Control. They come out. Bayley's like, I want a ladder match at Extreme Rules. So it's without hesitation, Bianca Belair's like, okay, I'll take that ladder match. So it's a ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Bayley. I'm really excited for that because you got to think Damage Control is going to get involved. Alexa Bliss and Asuka are going to get involved. It's going to be really good. I'm really excited for that. It turned into a match between Bianca Belair and Io Sky, one-on-one. It was a pretty good match, an easy 20-minute match. I enjoyed it, a good opener for the show. In the end, we did see Bianca Belair pick up the victory over Io Sky by hitting the KOD. Little antics from Bayley and Dakota Kai on ringside didn't really work to their advantage. Bianca Belair was still able to pick up the victory. Like I said, great opening match, great opening promo. I thought it was really solid. Jumping into our next match on the show, it was Rey Mysterio looking for a little redemption over Seth freaking Rollins for how he did him last week, how he made him lose the match. So here it was, Seth freaking Rollins versus Rey Mysterio, renewing their rivalry that they had back in late 2020, was it? Somewhere around there, might have been 2021. But they had a big rivalry in the past, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. But anyways, it was Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio. Pretty good match. I did enjoy it. Dominic did come out to get a closer look on ringside. He was viewing from a distance. He did get on his knees in front of his dad, and then Rey Mysterio, he had the steel chair in his hand. He had the opportunity to hit hit Dominic Mysterio again, but then it was all a distraction as Seth Rollins was distracting the referee in the ring. Rhea Ripley came up from behind and sent Rey Mysterio into the steel post. I swear, Dominic has yet to hit or do any physical moves to Rey Mysterio. Like, you know what I'm saying? By hurting him. He's never really touched him. You know what I'm saying? As a heel. It's crazy. He pulled him back that first time when he turned heel, but he didn't really do any moves to him yet, which I find very odd. Anyways, Rey Mysterio goes back into the ring. Seth Rollins hits the curb stomp, and then, instead of pinning him right away, he locks in a submission hold to call his rivalry against Riddle that is still going down. He locked in the submission hold. That's probably going to be the high topic of the fight pit match that they're going to have at Extreme Rules. So he locked that in. He passed out Rey Mysterio, and then they got the best of Rey Mysterio again, bro. I swear, Rey Mysterio always loses. But that wasn't a bad match. I did enjoy it. Moving over here, Miz hired the Miz Force. Miz Force was hired, a bunch of local security guys. They were hired by the Miz to protect him and find the man that shall not be named in the arena. Of course, Dexter Lumis. They were able to find him, but Dexter Lumis was able to knock him out first. Miz cut a little promo as he saw the Miz Force all over the floor, all dead. Well, not dead, but like passed out. And then Dexter Lumis was behind him in the hockey uniform, and then he took him out. I'm like, oh, of course. So he takes out the Miz again. Where's this going? You know what I'm saying? The antics are getting a little too out of hand for me with Dexter Lumis. This needs to go somewhere. Let's advance this more. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to go somewhere. Moving over here, it was Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano going up against the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis. It's a pretty good tag team match. Theory tried to interject himself by coming out and distracting Gargano to help him lose. I thought he had the distraction perfectly planned out. I thought Gargano was going to lose, but then he was able to bounce back, hit a super kick on Theory, go back into the ring, and hit that over-the-top rope DDT to Chad Gable, and then him and Kevin Owens was able to pick up the victory in the tag team match. Pretty good. Backfired on what's his name? Oh my gosh, Austin Theory. But I do like this Austin Theory and Gargano rivalry. I find it pretty cool. Hopefully Kevin Owens jumps to something a little bit different instead of continuing to feud with the Alpha Academy and Austin Theory. I think he could really contend for Bobby Lashley's United States title. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Owens with that United States title again, I could be all for it. But yeah, as far as this tag match, it's pretty good. Moving over here is Nikki Cross in the ring, or Nikki Ash, I should say, at this point. She's just in the ring. I don't know who she's facing. And then out of nowhere, Candice LeRae pops out. I never thought I'd use this figure again in the Week in Review setups, but Candice LeRae is back in WWE. I'm happy about it. The Poison Pixie's back as a face, and I find it pretty cool. You know, her husband got in the business, Johnny Gargano, got back, and she did as well. Find that pretty cool. Of course, Nikki Cross jobbed to Candice LeRae, which I thought was pretty obvious, but it was cool to see her back, man. And then after the match, which I found kind of odd, Nikki Cross takes off her mask. So basically maybe saying that the Nikki Ash character is done with, which I'd be completely fine with. But yeah, she took off the mask, so that could be a little hint to the ending of the Nikki Ash character. But yeah, Candice LeRae's back. She's cool. Moving over here, it was Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles. Sami Zayn and the Bloodline feel like AJ Styles disrespected the Bloodline, so they're going to get their revenge here in a one-on-one match between Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. Sami Zayn was able to take out AJ Styles, dude. Couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Due to Solo Sikoa on ringside, if it wasn't for Solo, AJ would have had this dub. But he slammed him on the hardest part of the ring, the apron, rolled him back in the ring, and Sami Zayn hit the hallelujah kick. It was all over from there. AJ Styles lost to Sami Zayn. I still can't believe it. But then the Judgment Day came out, and then they tried to regain AJ Styles' trust by getting him into the Judgment Day, but then he gave him the good old middle finger and said, "Go F yourself, Finn Balor," and then they all beat him down. But then Finn Balor was about to break his neck with the steel chair, but he didn't pull the trigger, and that might backfire on him in the future. Will AJ Styles join the Judgment Day, though? I don't know. I hope he doesn't. I want AJ Styles to gun towards a world title, bro. I feel like he's been so lost. Ever since he got with Omos up to now, I feel like AJ's just been lost. He's great, though, dude. He still is amazing. He just needs something more. Moving to our main event of the show, it was Damian Priest going up against Matt Riddle, one-on-one. This was a pretty exciting match. I did enjoy it. Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Dominic were all on ringside, interjecting themselves sometimes during the match. You guys already know how the Judgment Day roll. They like to cheat. But anyways, they were on ringside, but it didn't really matter because Riddle was still able to pick up the victory with an inside cradle to Damian Priest. And then right after the match, right after the bell rang, Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio all jumped into the ring, and they started beating up on Matt Riddle. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're beating up on Riddle. Get him out of there. But then Edge comes out. Edge is back again. He comes out in Canada, and he takes him out, and then he challenges Finn Balor to a match at Extreme Rules, a last man standing match. So I'm really looking forward to that. Edge is going to need some help, though, because if that's a last man standing match with no DQ, you already know Judgment Day is going to get involved. He needs backup. Christian Cage. I'm just kidding, but could you imagine? But anyways, guys, that was Raw in a WWE action figure setup style. If you guys enjoyed this part of the video, in the end, I'm going to give Raw a solid 3 out of 5. I thought it was a great show. I really enjoyed it. Leaning more towards the 4 than the 2. A solid 3. But yeah, guys, that was Raw. Now we're going to jump into SmackDown. Jumping right into SmackDown, our opening match of the night, it was Sami Zayn and his buddy Solo Sikoa. They went up against Ricochet and Madcap Moss, of course, because of that interaction that they recently had backstage on an episode of SmackDown, how they were disrespecting Sami Zayn. Solo came in. You guys know the deal. So it was a tag team match. Pretty good tag team match. Pretty good opener. Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa were able to pick up the victory, working tandemly together. It was a pretty nice tag team match. Right after that match, we did see Sami Zayn go to the back with Solo Sikoa, and Jey Uso was by the Bloodline locker room and only let Solo Sikoa into the locker room. And Sami's like, you better get used to me. I'm part of the Bloodline now. You better stop disrespecting me. You can take it up with Roman. And then he walked into the Bloodline locker room because he's part of the freaking Bloodline. He's the honorary Uso. Jay's got to get that through his head. Will they make up? I do think so. But as far as the tag match, as far as the controversial with Jay continuing, I do like it. I do like the controversy with him. Moving over here, it was Drew McIntyre versus Austin Theory, one-on-one. Before this match could even come to a close, the Alpha Academy, Otis and Chad Gable were on ringside. They started attacking Drew McIntyre, caused a disqualification. Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens ran out to help out Drew McIntyre, turn into a 3-on-3 match for the main event of the show, which I will jump into. Moving over here, it was Ronda Rousey going one-on-one with Natalya. This match was pretty mid, not going to lie. Ronda Rousey was able to pick up the victory with a submission hold to the leg of Natalya. She didn't hit the armbar, she did like a leg bar. And then after the match, Liv Morgan's music hit. She comes out with a freaking glitter, like painted bat, showing that they're going to go to Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules. So she came out with the bat. She was walking down, tried to hit Ronda with it. Ronda ducked. They went back and forth using the bat. And then Liv Morgan ended up over the barricade, and it was an all-out brawl. I did enjoy it. They had to get security come out, and they had to break them out. I thought this was pretty good. I did enjoy it. Building up to their Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules, which I am looking forward to. Moving over here is Bayley versus Shotsy one-on-one. This match was pretty good, but what I liked better is Shotsy came out on the TCB, which is the tank that she used to drive out to in NXT. She drove out. Thought that was pretty cool. Of course, we got a face Shotsy now. She went up against the heel Bayley, but heel Bayley was able to drill her head into the mat with a rose plant and pick up the victory over Shotsy. And then she wasn't done there. She grabbed a ladder, because of course she's going up against Bianca Belair in a ladder match. She put Shotsy in the ladder, had bad intentions in the mind of Bayley, and then out came Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair runs down and saves Shotzi Blackheart, basically. She just gets her out of the ladder. Bayley comes back. Bayley gets sent out of the ring by Bianca. So basically just saves Shotzi. Building up a little more match, more build up for their match coming up at Extreme Rules. Moving over here, guys, it was Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci all coming out, Imperium, talking about how they're going to be taking out Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes, how they're annoying and they're pests to the Imperium. And of course, Sheamus interrupted, but without Butch and Ridge, because of course Butch and Ridge are stuck in Florida due to the hurricane. And Sheamus was all alone. He had to approach Gunther and Ludwig and Giovanni Vinci by himself, and he got taken out, unfortunately. He did bring the shillelagh to try to hold his own a little bit, but it wasn't enough. Gunther and the Imperium got the best of Sheamus, and they took him out, dude. Moving to our main event, it was Kevin Owens, Johnny Gargano, Drew McIntyre going up against the Alpha Academy, as well as Austin Theory. 6-man tag team match to end the show, the main event. This was an awesome ending, bro. We saw Kevin Owens deliver a stunner to Gable, Johnny Gargano do a tornado DDT to Otis, and then in the ring, we saw Drew hit the Claymore on Austin Theory. This was just so much action at the end of the match, at the end of the show. This was great, dude. I loved this match. That was great, hard-hitting, awesome action, and to see Drew pin Austin Theory felt great. But yeah, guys, that was SmackDown Setup Style. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free, drop a like, and also SmackDown this week. I'm going to give SmackDown a solid 2 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I thought it was a good show, but a little boring at some points. But yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to BrettO Live. BrettO Live out.